Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am already en route to wherever I'm going. And guys, it's been a long time. My content has been a lot slower than usual. There was a little pop there. Anyways guys, welcome back to another video. A day in the life of what it is like to own an Abarth 595 Turismo. You'll know you've got the TTC, which is torque traction control, if I'm not mistaken, something along those lines. But from as far as I understand guys, that button, that TTC, is very good for if you've got like a rainy day, or if you're hammering it through like roundabouts, for example, if you were to do such a thing. Okay, put TTC on guys, especially if it's a rainy day, and especially in the Abarth 595. Do we want to drop the car a little bit lower and get some coilovers? Do I want to make the stance of the car, which is something I have wanted to do since I owned my first one of these. I had a Fiat 500. It wasn't I don't even know if it was an Abarth. I think it was the crossover phase from when it was a 2015 model. It must have been an Abarth, but I'm pretty sure it was just a Fiat 500 or an Abarth 500. I'm not sure if that's even a thing, but I'm so sure it was. Anyways, yeah, ever since then I've looked at these cars and I thought, like, if these sat a little bit lower and a little bit wider. Alrighty guys, so just in case you were wondering what the Abarth sounds like with a catback system, okay, from the inside, because I know a big concern for many people is if there's drone, if it sounds almost unclassy in a way. The last thing you want is like a tinny sounding exhaust, and that's my only concern with some of the smaller engines, especially like the 1.4s that you get out there today, not just the Abarths but other car makers in general. You know, you can go too far and very quickly too. Like if you start decatting, if you start straight piping is probably going to be one of the worst, in my personal opinion. I've straight piped cars in the past often, and I've always ended up putting boxes back on them just because it's just ridiculous. Definitely still hear the exhaust. Like in many of my previous videos, there's one thing I always said though, with the setup that's currently on here now, so just a catback, what is nice is that the car really only makes loads of noise when you start smashing the turbo and when you start hammering it, which is nice. It's when you want it to make noise, is when it makes noise. Now I'm going to spool. Exactly what you want. When you want it, it's there. When you want to just cruise, you can have a nice purr in the background, a little bit of gargle. Those of you guys who don't follow me on TikTok, and this is not me saying you need to, but for those of you who don't follow me, for those of you who do, because I know some of you do who follow me through to YouTube, but you guys would have seen I have been getting roasted when it comes to Abarth content. It's unbelievable the hate that is out there when it comes to these cars. I don't get it. Like, I understand it's a Fiat 500, I get it, it is what it is. Like, that's the chassis of the car and that's all it is. They've taken the chassis of the car, and Abarth is an independent company that then take the Fiat 500, they say, okay, we're going to overhaul everything that there is to do performance wise. So it's a completely different car when it comes to driving, and even in appearance they've also changed that, haven't they? So I don't understand why people hate on them so much, and the stigma that it's a girl's car, I get it. Maybe student girls probably buy the Fiat 500 more because they're a good, cheap, reliable run around. I don't know, that's an assumption. For this price, your overheads, hang on, comes out of each side of the pipe. Oh, there's another one. Hang on. You know what, guys? I don't care what anyone says. And this is also something I try to reiterate is it's just, you can't explain it. Like, you have to drive these cars to understand these cars. And I will agree, like, some of the interior comes across very cheap, some of the interior, you know, is Fiat 500-y, and we've got it on our dash. Like, obviously all the basics are taken from there, and I get why some people change their interior, because if that's, you know, one thing you can change massively to actually change the appearance of your car. But yeah, 165 horses under the bonnet. The body weight of this car, I don't actually even know what it is. I'm taking a guess, 1.3 tons, 1.4 tons, I think. I don't know. That's 1,300 kgs or 1,400 kgs, I'm not sure. I think it's around there. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Power to weight ratio, if you had to do, like, say for example 250 horsepower on one of these, just imagine. I know, I mean, some of you probably already are there or close to that point, but just that power to weight, like, that must be unbelievable. It's like driving a rocket ship. 250 horsepower, even over 200. But it's all relative, isn't it? Because you get so used to what you drive, especially if it's your daily. So, you know, when I first started driving this car, I was like, oh my word, this thing is fast. And I still do when I hammer it down. But you just become so used to it. That reverse gear. But don't curve it, don't curve it. That's all that goes through my mind, is don't curve the wheel. Alright, lacquer. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's not too long. We're going to find out when I edit it. But stay tuned, guys. I want to get back into it with the content and the more frequent posting now that life has also calmed down a little bit with my folks being over. See you guys in the next one.